welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I have kind of a little mishmash, little amalgamation of things that I want to do today. I want to show you what I've been working on this week, a couple of plans that I have for future projects, as well as I have an unboxing to do. I ordered some new notions. As one does, you can never have too many notions. And I also want to put a couple more projects in my project journal. If you missed it in one of my previous videos, we set up a project journal to just kind of show what I've made in the past and to keep track of things that I've made and maybe gifted to other people. I need to update this entry of the knitted blue striped sweater that I made, frogged, and then remade, but I want to add a couple of projects to this, so if that interests you at all, please continue watching. So honestly, just jumping right into it, I really want to unbox my new notions. I ordered them off of Etsy. It's this shop, Lily Knits, which love the diva on the photo card. I love that so much. There is a code on here, but I don't want to show that because I made the purchase and I don't want to share a discount code for a shop, you know? Okay, so first thing that I ordered is this pouch. It actually is a complete notions set, so everything is inside this pouch. Another thing that I ordered that I'm so excited for are these beautiful needle stoppers. These are for your knitting needles. It basically just keeps your project from falling off the needles as well as protects your needle points. So for me, I use bamboo needles, and you never want those to dull. You never want the tip to break off or anything like that, and these will just help protect your knitting needles. They're so beautiful. They're in black and white, and that's because the notions that I got are also in black and white, but there are 3 sizes and they're so pretty. I really like these little black ones with like the flowers on them. They're really cute. Okay, and now for the part I'm most excited for. She has this notions kit on her Etsy shop. You can also get it in a black bag. I just got cream, which I'll probably end up regretting, but it is like a corduroy. Okay, so I'm just going to switch to it overhead so you guys can see everything better. But basically, here are all of the stitch markers that came in the kit. Let me just sort them out for you. I'm so excited for these. Once I saw this notions kit on Etsy, I immediately fell in love. I thought they were so gorgeous. So basically, you have these 2 gold, like, jump ring, basically, stitch markers. And these are like a metal material. Then we have what are called light bulb stitch markers, and they're wider at the bottom, so you could put them on your knitting needles and they'll just slide right over, but they're basically like a little locking stitch marker. Then we have these 2 black plastic stitch markers. These lock just like regulars. I've never seen them in black before though. I always see them in like rainbow or like pastel colors, so that's interesting. And then we have these stitch markers, which are actually silicone, which is pretty cool. They're little, like, they're flexible. I've never had a pair or any of these kinds of stitch markers, so those are pretty cool. I also love that they come in this little tin, little travel tin. Very cute. So that's the first thing in the bag. The next thing in the notions kit is actually a little notebook. I know there is a pen in here as well. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, here it is. So this is a gold looking pen, but it is black ink. I know that from the listing. Very cute. I love how all the notions follow a theme. I'm a sucker for a theme. And here, I don't know. Okay, this is plastic, so that's nice, but I don't think I'm going to keep my tapestry needles in this thing. Kind of seems like a hassle to get a tapestry needle out every time, but the kit also comes with 3 tapestry needles. So there's this gold one, which is a blunt tip, this black one, which is a sharper tip, and then of course a bent tip tapestry needle. So you get 3, which is pretty cool. Again, I like this little bottle. It's pretty cute, but I don't think I'll keep them in there. Just kind of seems like a hassle every time you want to get one out. Oh my gosh, okay, this is so cute. This is a row counter or stitch counter, however you decide to use it. I've never seen it in black before. I actually have a couple. I have 2, and they're this pink one. So here's a size difference. They both have a rubber band on the back. The black one, though, is not adjustable like the pink one. Or well, no, it's not. It's more flexible, so you can't make it any smaller. It does fit my finger though, but it will kind of stretch to be bigger. You can see here. You can kind of stretch it, but yeah, it does the same thing that my previous row counter does. If anything, it's a little bit more satisfying of a click. I don't know if you can really hear that, but and then the reset. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. I like that it matches. I use these. I have one here in my crafting room and one out in the living room just whenever I need a row counter. So this one will be my on-the-go row counter for my notions bag, I suppose. Okay, next item is a measuring tape. Oh, wow, even the tape itself is black. Okay, that's really cool. I actually already have one of these as well in my previous Notions kit. I got this one from Hobby Lobby, which actually matches this Notions bag not too bad either. But I like that this one's in black as well. Okay, so it does centimeters on the back and then inches on the front, of course. Yeah, I really, really like this one. I like my other one as well. It just gets dirty, but honestly, I like to have notions for on the go and notions for here at the house. So this is going to be my on the go kit, and the notions bag that I have curated of just like random things basically from, you know, over the years or whatever, I'll keep here at the house. That one's bigger and there's a lot more junk in it. So this one will just be my on the go. Next item. Oh my gosh, is the most beautiful pair of scissors. Wow, these things are a lot bigger than I thought they were, than like what was listed on the Etsy listing. But wow, they're gorgeous. I don't know if you can tell. They have, what even is that? I think these are supposed to be like some sort of bird, maybe. Kind of like embossed on the scissors themselves. I think maybe it's supposed to be a peacock or something. Honestly, I can't really tell, but they are gorgeous. And then, wow, those are some really sharp scissors. They are stainless steel. Wow, and they are heavy. Wow, those are gorgeous. I'm so glad that it comes with this protector because, wow, those are some sharp scissors. But they are gorgeous. They're a lot bigger than I thought they were. Okay, I didn't know if the listing came with this. I really, really like these things. I have one in my previous Notions kit as well. This one's a little bit bigger, but I do have multiple sizes of them. I love them so much. Basically, they're just stitch holders for knitting. So this would be really cool for like cables or something like that. I like that it came with that too, so that's gold. And then the last thing in here is the cutest little pin. Oh my gosh, I'll probably end up putting this on like a purse or something. I can't get the Ziploc bag open. Or honestly, I might even put it on here. I have a patch that I want to put on this Notions bag as well, but here's the pin. It's so gorgeous. It's the like cutest little sheep with this like floral detail. Okay, that is so adorable. Let me just set this all out so we can see everything all together. I also forgot to show the inside of the notebook, but basically it's just this grid notebook. Has a ton of pages. I do carry a notebook in my Notions bag. I don't know about you guys, but I do like that it came with a notebook as well as a pen. That's pretty cute. Okay, and here is everything that I got with my little Notions kit. It's so beautiful. I love that it's all like so tied in together. So we ended up getting 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21, 22 if you count the sheath, I guess. Items in our Notions bag, including the bag, which I'm pretty sure is what the listing said. I think I only paid like maybe $25 for this or something. And then, of course, I got my needle stoppers or point protectors. I wish the lid was gold so it would match everything, honestly, but this was a separate listing on her shop. It was not included with the Notions bag. But I got them in black and white so it matches everything as well, so. Okay, so really quickly, I also just wanted to show you what I keep in my Notions bag prior to getting the kit. So first off, I have my compression gloves. I really, really enjoy these things. If you're looking to get a pair, I suggest getting them from Joann. You can use a coupon on them because they are Lions brand and they carry them. I think I have the size small. They have 3 sizes from what I remember, small, medium, and large. Next thing, of course, is my tape measure. I love this thing, especially because it's retractable, and I never have to worry about winding it up or it getting tangled up in my bag or anything like that. I got this from Hobby Lobby, I believe, sometime last year. It's a little dirty, maybe a little scuffed up, but the measuring tape itself is not frayed or anything like that. And I get a ton of use out of it. I love it so much. It's nice to have it just so compact and tangle free. The next thing that I have are tons of these stitch holders. I use these for if I'm knitting a sweater or cardigan when I have to separate the body and the sleeves. I use that to hold my stitches. So I have 4 different sizes, but they were getting to be a bit too bulky, so I did order something else that helps me with them. But I have a couple of these as well. The next thing that I have is this little Ziploc bag. It's like a Hello Kitty themed Ziploc bag. I don't even know where I got it, honestly. It's a little worn. I use it an awful lot. But inside this Ziploc bag is where I keep my like finishing needles, my tapestry needles, stitch markers, those kinds of things. Anything that's a little small that I don't want floating around in my bag, I have them in here. These were actually a pair of earrings. They're rose quartz that someone had shaped into hearts, and I just put lobster claws on them instead of the earrings, the earring hardware that was on there, and I love them. They're so cute. They are very heavy, though. That's the only thing, but I use them a lot in my crochet because of the lobster claws. Next thing, of course, is a pair of scissors. This had a sheath, but honestly, I don't remember where the sheath went, but it's fine because they're a blunt tip, so I don't mind them free floating in my bag or anything. Another thing that I have is this set of stitch markers for knitting. There are 2 more, but they're currently in use. This is a pack of 6 that I made. And then this little kind of safety pin type stitch marker or stitch holder as well. It's just like one of these things. Some extra stitch markers for knitting. I like these because they come in 2 different sizes. These are Clover brand. I just got these from Joann actually fairly recently, so there's still tons in here. These ones I lose so often, so I like to keep them close by. Another thing that I have is my other, Susan Bates, that's the brand. See, this one doesn't have the branding on it, but it is Susan Bates brand stitch marker or stitch counter. This one I bedazzled, but it works just the same. But I only have 2 of these. Well, I guess now I have 3 with the black one. And then finally from my notions bag, a little notebook that I've kept and a pen. I'd like to keep them in my notions book just in case, like maybe I'm having difficulty with a pattern, but I don't want to write on the pattern, or I don't have like service to access the app that I can keep it or something. I like to just put it in this notebook so that way I have my notes close by. See, I've also used it for editing and things like that, but I really, really love having a notebook in my Notions kit. So even if you don't want to buy a pre-made Notions kit, which granted all of this stuff in here definitely cost me more than $20. Definitely way more than $20. I don't know, I really recommend the Notions kit. I think it's super cute, but yeah, everything that I've got in here definitely cost me way more than $20. So it also would be like a really nice gift, or if you do like crochet club or knitting club or something for like a gift exchange, I think it would be really, really good. The only thing I would add to the pre-made Notions kit is like, your compression gloves. A lot of people recommended that I start using these, and I've had this pair forever, but I just honestly hadn't been using it. But now I'm sure, as you can tell, it's a little frayed. I've definitely been using them a lot more, and it definitely helps with my hand health. So that's the only thing that I would add to the pre-made Notions kit. So this Notions bag is definitely worth the purchase, I think. The bag itself needs to be lint rolled. I don't know if you guys could really tell, there's a lot of fuzzies on it, but that's fine. I honestly don't mind it. But this is the patch that I was talking about that I really, really want to put on my Notions bag. It's so cute. It says Hooked on Crochet. And this is the brand Hildy and Joe, and I got it from Joann. But I think it would look so stinking cute on here. I just then need a knitting one, and then I'll put my little pin on here that I got. But super cute. I definitely recommend, because like I said, the Notions bag that I've been carrying around, everything in here definitely cost me way more than $20. But it would also make a really cute gift for someone in your life who crochets or knits. So maybe just keep that in mind if you're interested. I will link the Etsy shop that I went to down below, as well as the listings that I did end up purchasing, but it is just this Lily Knits. I love the business cards. So funny. So funny. Okay, so moving on to a couple of projects that I have been working on this week. I like the Rare Beauty blush, and every time I order something from this brand, they send me a little dust bag. I have like two more, I think, but I use them for smaller projects. So here, I started working again on my sock. The first sock. But anyways, it's really nice just to keep smaller projects. But I have been working on this just a little bit. Honestly, not that much, but just the teensiest bit. Like especially when I'm gaming and I don't want like a big project in my lap, I just start knitting on this sock. But I really, really like this yarn. It's like self-striping. It's really, really beautiful. But yeah, so that's the first project that I've been working on. And again, I really, really do like these dust bags. It's so funny that they send them to you every time you make a purchase, but pretty, pretty cute. And the most exciting project that I've been working on, in my opinion, is actually a top-down knitted raglan. And I've been using this yarn from Karen. It is the, what is it called? Karen Colorama Haze in the colorway Midnight. And first off, I love this yarn. It's so, so funky. It like honestly kind of looks like moldy, but like in the most cute way, I guess. It's so, so fuzzy, so soft. It literally feels like knitting with dryer lint. Um, it's actually a polyester type yarn. Let me see if I can find the percentage. It's a 48% polyester, 42% acrylic, and 9% nylon. So the yarn itself is super, super stretchy. I don't know if you can see just how, like, if I'm holding it just like this, it's so stretchy. But anyways, I have been loving it for this top-down raglan cardigan. I'll of course show you guys what it looks like closer up, but basically the yarn is self-striping and it's so gorgeous. I love it so, so much. I'm following this YouTube tutorial here. It is free. She posted it on Ravelry as well if you'd like a digital download. I don't remember her channel name off the top of my head, but I know just watching the video, she is so, so sweet. I love it. And I love her accent. And she's just so pretty. Like, I love the tutorial, but it's so, so helpful and so handy, especially for someone who has never ever knitted a raglan cardigan. It's so easy to understand. And I'm loving the way it's coming out. I am knitting a size large. Also, I got this really, really cool stuff. These are called try-on cables for knitting. So basically it's just this hollow tubing. This is a 2mm tubing. But basically for it, I'll show you. Like when you're knitting or whatever and you want to switch some stitches off, like here when I, separated the body and the sleeves. So the sleeves are on the try-on cables. Basically you just take the cable and you put it on your knitting needle like so. And then when I was separating the stitches, all I did was just pull the cable through the stitches and then tie it off. This whole thing of tubing, because I've seen where people make kits or whatever and you can order them, but they're like $10 or something and you only get like 2 or 3 cables. I've already cut off 2 cables, right? For each individual sleeve. Look at how much I still have left. There is so much of this hollow tubing. I mean, it's massive. And I got this whole thing for $10. So if you knit also and you've been eyeing try-on cables, go to Amazon and type in 2mm hollow tubing. And they have so many colors. There's like green, blue, purple that I saw. And then I got, of course, pink. I'm a pink girly, but wow. I mean, I have so much. Like, it's insane to me. I got all of this for $10, whereas if you get like knitting try-on cables, they're like $10 for only 2 or 3 cables. But basically, I really like them because I was using the longer metal cable holders, right? And so then when you're knitting, you can't try on your project. And that's the issue that I ran into when I knitted my striped blue sweater was I couldn't try it on until like the very final bit because I had to wait until I knitted the sleeves because I was using those metal stitch holders. But these, of course, they're elastic, so they stretch, but also I can now try on my cardigan, and I love it. I love the way it's looking. And I love that I'm able to try it on this early on, compared to if I had already, like, finished the body and then went to the sleeves, and then running into the striped sweater issue, realizing that it was way too big. But now that I can try on the cardigan as I'm knitting it, I now know that it's 1, fitting me like a glove, but 2, fitting me in general, and I like the way it looks and I like the way it fits because I can try it on so early into knitting this project. So, like, I knew all of the pros that came with using the knitting try-on cables, but they were just so expensive and I didn't want to pay that much for like 2 or 3 cables, especially if I have multiple knitting projects going on at the same time. I have extra of this tubing that I can now use for it, and especially for like longer, bigger projects and things like that. So, but also I have way too much, like literally way too much. I may take like a lot of this and donate it to a knitting club that I know gets together at the library every week. I may go there and just give a lot of people their own try-on cables, just because that's a lot. That's a lot, and I don't think I'll ever use it, especially with it being reusable. You know, it is like rubber. So, but I also just have it like really easily tied up here so my stitches won't fall off. But again, I can try it on and it's so, so nice. Like if you've been eyeing a kit, you don't need it. Don't get the kit. Get the 2mm 2mm hollow tubing on Amazon, and it was like $10 or $11. I love it. It's so, so good. But yeah, this is a project that I've been working on, and I love the way it's working up. It, like I said, this yarn is so soft. It feels like dryer lint, and I just know I'm going to get so many wears out of this cardigan, and the tutorial itself is so, so easy to follow. If you look, the back is sitting higher than the front, basically, and that's because we did what was called elevation rows, and I had never done that before on any knitting project I've ever made. But the channel that I was following, their tutorial, they showed you the bobby pin elevation method, which I didn't have any bobby pins, so I just used a stitch marker and it worked totally fine. But I loved, she walked you through it the entire way. It was so easy. And I love the way that this cardigan is turning out. It's like so beautiful, and the yarn is so cool. Also, I'm like maybe 3/4 of the way done with the body, and this is all the yarn that I have like still, and I have to make both sleeves. But I also have another one of these cakes, and they're massive. This is a size 4 yarn, but there are 649 yards in it. It's a big cake. It's a big, big cake, but I'm really, really enjoying that yarn. I saw this other YouTuber, I'll put her here, using it to make a raglan top-down sweater, and she was using it in the colorway Radiant, I believe, which is also another gorgeous colorway. They have so many beautiful colorways. I definitely want to buy more of this yarn in other colorways because, one, I love the feeling of this yarn. 2, it's so stretchy. And 3, it's like so soft, and I love just like the self-striping method. I love self-striping yarn because, you know, like you don't have to do anything, and it looks like you put in way, way more effort with your project. So, okay, so with that, like the knitted raglan, right? I want to make already another knitted raglan cardigan. And this is going to be inspired by, I believe her name is Sarah Silly Hands. I'll put her tag here. She's on YouTube. She's amazing. I love watching her content. I don't know where she's from, but I know that she dyes a lot of yarn a lot of times, and she knits, and I want to say she crochets as well. But I love her content, and she's so fun to watch. But she recently made this knitted raglan cardigan in the most beautiful colorway. I'll put it up on screen. But it's like pink and green and brown, and it's so beautiful. I fell in love with it as soon as I saw it, and I said, I need that in my wardrobe. That is gorgeous, and I need it right now. So I went to Hobby Lobby. I know a lot of people don't shop at Hobby Lobby, but if you know from my channel, I live in a very rural area, and I only have a Hobby Lobby unless I want to drive like an hour and a half to another yarn store. So with that, the yarn that I will be using is like a curation of yarn, but it is mostly like from Hobby Lobby. So the first color that I got, which is going to be kind of like my main color, I guess you could say, I want to use it for the ribbing on the cardigan, as well as a couple of stripes. But it is this Karen 1 pound yarn. It is in the color Espresso, and it is 812 yards of yarn. I definitely am not going to use all of this for the raglan cardigan, but I wanted this to be like the ribbing, the button band, you know, like occasionally a couple of stripes, but it is a worsted weight 4 yarn. The next color that I got, not specifically for this project, but that I just had in general that I thought maybe I could use it for something, is actually Loops and Threads. This I drove a long time to Michael's. To a Michael's because they were having a sale. It was like buy one, get one half off or something. And I needed more of the dark blue yarn that I was using for my striped sweater that I knitted recently. But anyways, I went there and they had this really pretty yarn. This is a weight 5, but I'll just size down my needles. It is a Loops and Threads Textured Twist Acrylic Blend. And this is 90% acrylic, 10% polyester, but this is in the colorway Rose. It's gorgeous. It's like this kind of like, obviously it's textured, but it's like this twisted kind of yarn. I don't know if I'll end up using it for the cardigan, but I thought it was really, really pretty, and I already had it in my stash. So I don't know. We'll see if we can get some use out of it. This gorgeous color from Yarn Bee, soft and sleek low pill fiber. This is a worsted weight, like size 4 yarn. This is the color Green Apple. I think this is gorgeous, and this will look so, so cute in the project. Okay, another yarn that I got for the project, which is in the same line, is the soft and sleek low pill fiber. This is in the color Hot Pink, which I think is so gorgeous, and it really like complements the green apple a lot. The last two colors that I got are also this soft and sleek low pill fiber. The first one is this in the colorway Berry Mix, which is so cute. And the last one is Pink Stripe. I think it's so gorgeous, so, so beautiful. And so all of the colors together. I also have this Big Twist Ivory, which will probably help make everything pop, and then the brown. So here's the whole colorway that we're working with. This is, again, inspired by Sarah Silly Hands, but I just got a lot of colors that kind of looked like what she had, or maybe she used or something, because I really do love that cardigan and I think it's so gorgeous. But here is the colorway. I think the white is necessary. I think it'll help break up all of the color going on. These ones are just going to be more of like a splash for color, and then this one I think would be cool for like a difference in texture maybe. But that is definitely the next project that I want to work on for sure. I'm definitely more focused on knitting this time, for sure. I've been in a knitting kick, like, honestly. I think it's just because, like I said, like earlier this year, I know a lot more when it comes to crochet rather than knitting, and I really, really want to get my knitting knowledge up to where it is with my crochet knowledge, basically. And I've also just been seeing a lot of knitted garments that I really, really love and enjoy and want in my wardrobe. So I think that is also definitely a factor into what projects I'm picking up more when it comes to crochet or knitting. I'm still crocheting, most definitely. I just did like a crocheted cat ear beanie, and before that I did like a purse, and I did like some leg warmers and things like that. So I'm not giving up on crochet entirely. For those of you who subscribe to me for crochet content, I just personally have been leaning more towards knitting projects. And let me know down below, would you be interested in me teaching you the basics of knitting? That's really all I can teach, because like I said, I don't have a lot of knowledge in the knitting space, but I can do raglan stitches. I can increase, decrease, like left or right leaning. I can show you how to cast on, how to cast off, things like that. Like, would you be interested in that? Let me know down below, because I know I definitely have a lot more subscribers who only crochet rather than knit. And I really, really want to share that with you guys, because I enjoy knitting a lot. To me, I can do it without looking at this point. I'm not at that point with crochet, honestly. I can't crochet and not look, but I can with knitting, because knitting I feel is a little bit easier. But I'm definitely getting more comfortable to the point where I could definitely teach it to you guys if you were interested. So if you are, please let me know down in the comments below, and I can definitely put together a video on that for you guys if you'd like. So really quickly, I'm going to print out a couple of pictures on the projects that I've made this month. I also really, really need to finish January's, and we need to make a spread for February as well. But I need to finish January's because I need to update my blue striped sweater. Because if you guys don't remember or don't know, I knitted this blue striped sweater here, and I did not like the fit of it. It ended up being gigantic, so I completely unraveled the entire sweater and re-knit it. But it was a chunky knit sweater, so it did work up really, really fast. But I need to update that spread, put the second picture in there, and then make the cover page for February. So I'm just going to do that really quickly off camera, and then we will... yeah, I'll show you guys the new spreads on the projects. Okay, I have finished adding the entries to my project journal. So here I added the entry for the pattern that I tested for Artsy Maki. The yarn that I use kind of have like, like a orangey and color, like a blue color or something. So that's the color that I went with the spread. I like doing the colors of the project. I think it ties in really, really nicely. And then I did my February spread. I just did blue because I did January in red. I don't know. We'll see how I end up liking the like monochromatic look. But the art quote that I chose for January, in case you missed it, is called Make Art. It says, "Not because it prepares you for what you are going to be, but because it prepares you for who you are going to be. I do not yet know what I'm going to spend my days doing, but I know what I'm going to spend my days being. I make art because no matter where I end up, I want to be creative, thoughtful, and kind." And that quote is from someone called Rachel H. And I really, really like that quote, so I chose it for January. And then still in January, here is the updated spread for the striped blue sweater. You can see down here, this is my second attempt, and I also labeled them first and second, and then the colors, of course, are blue. Let's see, and then February, like I said, I did it in the color blue, and the quote that I chose for that says, "I am seeking, I am striving, I am in it with all my heart," and that is by Vincent van Gogh. So that's the quote that I chose for February. And then the spread for my Scooty that I did, just greens, basically, just green colors. And then I did the spread for the red cat ear beanie. The stars got a little smudged. They were not fully dry when I put my wrist on them, so now my wrist has some red marker on it, but nevertheless, it's in there. And you can still tell that I gave it a 5-star rating, so you know what? We're just going to rock and roll with it. I don't want to tear out a page or anything like that, so you know what? It's fine. Everything that's handmade always has a little bit of character, so that's what this has as well. But now we've got February in the book, and I am so happy about that. I just really like journaling my projects, but yeah, I think I got this notebook from Books A Million or something, but you can use any notebook. You can use one from like Dollar Tree or Dollar General, or Walmart has notebooks or anything like that. But yeah, I really like journaling all my projects, and I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the new spreads. But with that, I think that's going to do it with my little project updates and what I've been working on this week and everything like that. I also got a haircut, so sorry if it's like a little bit crazy. I don't style my hair or do anything with it, so I'm sure it's all over in this video. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I believe this video is coming out on a Monday. No, a Friday. Valentine's Day. Actually, it's Valentine's Day. Okay. Well, I hope you guys have a wonderful Valentine's Day. I hope you guys have some really cool plans. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you back on Monday. Okay, well, with that, I'll leave it here.